today. Finally, I'm on here. Let me just pull up the chat. I'm gonna look here. I'm gonna be on here for I gotta see which one this is. I have to double check. Yeah, it is. I'm on the right one. Yeah, I already did that in the television. Look at the television. Those TV's been left on. What are you looking at me like that? It wasn't me. I didn't touch anything. I'm sure you do know what happened to if you touch something again, right? I won't touch anything. I won't even know you are near the TV, sir. And you get back to your investigation, all right? I was planning to do so anyways. I'm gonna make sure the microphone was on. Okay. I'm gonna inspect these guys on the floor. First, I found top of Mr. Rail. At first glance, it seemed like they'd been killed each other. However, using logic and only logical conclusions, what was that outburst for? My detective instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rail that fell first, see? You don't need a detective instinct for that. It's common sense. Anybody knows that, but I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. Let's see here. I think it's the plastic bag there. Nothing to do with this. Why is there plastic bags that all around? Those bags are keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much. I know that already. You sure get the stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy. Anyways, did these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between them? Examine the gun. The Friday guy had been holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rail on the lump on top of him while still gripping onto the gun. I guess that does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science, even I know how to pull a trigger. Although I doubt I ever need to use one. I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears that the police screening procedures need a good thorough review. Anyways, I should jot down some notes about the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand. With the knife? Looks like Mr. Rail died with the knife in his hand. There's some blood stuck on it. Then he must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his persona? Or did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the show? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot down some notes about it. I think I'll try to be on here for like at least 3 hours or so. We'll see. Or there's left hand. His hand is all black on me. See? I wonder what to be. If you look closely, this blotching pattern resembles ink stain. Perhaps he wrote something down? Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen. A feather pen. I've never seen one before. Sure you aren't making it up, pal? Like the real cause of death. From being shot, correct? That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. Death is bad enough, but it's highly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they were trying to hide something? I can't confirm that Mr. Rose caused the death with his body positioned like that. It's at the bed I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail if possible. What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are? I believe an examination of the body is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you? I suppose you have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it. Yes, sir. We've taken enough photos of things, sir. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Investigation of the crime scene is work of a detective, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will ya? Okay. Come true. Do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Fire Dave's pocket. Get there. There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. Yeah, you know I always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Bad always telling me you should always write your name on everything you own. Yeah, somehow you struck me as quite a forgetful individual. You're so forgetful. So let's see what else we have to do here. I have to look at the bullet wound here. Shot in the chest. Take some good to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a while, a whole week, and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't many burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? The round grows very hot as it's discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Ergo, Mithero must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. You sure do know about neat stuff for your pal. You learned a lot. That's why he, knows everything. Apparently the detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Now let's see what we have to do here next. Benson and Sting. Save. me look at the wound here. Put the knife wound on his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rowe is holding. Labby. Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir. Make it quick. From the look of things, one could suggest that the knife Mr. Rowe is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out today's child evidence. And then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rowe and fired. However, Mr. Rowe managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory, and in the case, what crazy way to go. There's something about the explanation doesn't seem right. Yeah, something does not seem right here. I believe I know a firmer grasp on what happened here. Let's see. It's in some logic mode here. And Sting and button pocket pin, clean up those two together. The splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Oh, that's the astrolabi. Detective Gumshoe, I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. So you see, good work. Ah, you know, I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. And Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen on his left hand. I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed. It appears Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. If you say so, pal. Is that okay, sir? Let's take a look here. Tidy table. Plastic bags thrown about. There's a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table. Yet a portion of them is wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor are knocked over during the struggle. In which case, there not be another explanation how they got there. Any other reason? Yeah, I believe it's possible that the blood on the side of the bag is related somehow. Get that blood away from me! Why'd you have to drop to begin with? Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag? Hold on, let me ask the lab guy. Alright, please hurry. Wait until you get a load of this, Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they couldn't find anything else on or in the bag either. It appears that the bag is very important evidence. Okay, if you say so, I leave it in your hands, pal. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. No, we can't conclude that quite yet. There's still something I find fairly particular here. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there's actually a contradiction that shows there's another possibility. No way, pal, really? I suppose I could just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene. Okay. Use the gun and present the button hand. Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and that is this. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he's left-handed. And yet the handgun is his right hand. What if someone planted it like that? Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene. Hey, you're right, pal, that does kind of seem strange. But how could something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bags are scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. Here's the autopsy report. It is probable that Mr. Will survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from the stabbing. Interesting. It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case. Are you sure we know everything? Of course. The incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back and they ended up killing each other. That is very clear and simple. There's absolutely no margin for doubt. Are you so sure about that, Franziska? Do you really believe that to be the truth? Huh. Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you? And that you don't want to believe it's true? It's alright if you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there any contradiction to be found, that is. Don't worry, I will. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Bell survived for a short time. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Bell. And Mr. Bell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case. Are you so sure about that, Vinziska? Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to showing her she's wrong. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory. Okay, let me take a look here. Third statement.
Hold it!
So you believe that dying Mr. Rail stole the knife from Mr. Faraday? Mr. Rail became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they're put to the test. Not true. So two men struggled, and in the end Mr. Rail was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to the struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound. Can you really say it's perfect? What are you insinuating? Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise. If you could apprehend the statement to your testimony. I don't know why my phone decided to do a loud sound there. Fine. The Shogun and Mr. Raw use the best of the train to town last strike. Let's see.
Objection!
If the two men were fighting, their struggle will surely try a bit of noise. That's true. However, Detective Gumshoe testified they heard absolutely nothing. Huh. You place too much faith in that detective testimony, you know? But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. Rill get his hands on the knife? Mr. Faraday's bag was sent right there in the lobby number 2. It is not too hard to imagine perhaps Mr. Rill saw a chance and took it out at some point. So what you're saying is this. Mr. Rill took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. Then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rill after being stabbed. Isn't there something strange in Vaziska's statement just now? Wait, something doesn't add up. Oh, really?
Take that!
According to a coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. He died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that. Oh, you got me. But of course. Well then, if the report is correct, then there's only one explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Rill tapped first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Rill. Therefore, Mr. Rill must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. Then they both died. That's the only explanation that makes logical sense. That's true. I see you've been studying Franziska. I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible. Therefore, you foolishly purposed the foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could. How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid, and still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Franziska, you still got way to go. What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic? Mr. Faraday died instantly. And the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in the scene. The contradiction here in the crime scene is... Let me get this straight. What are you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell. Then the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and struck back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order of which the bodies are piled. Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's, therefore, Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday. Impossible. Yes, I agree that seems strange that no matter what angle you approach from it.
Objection!
Which means, oh man. That was a loud objection. Not so fast, Miles Edgeworth. What now? I simply think that you ought to think a bit more outside the box. And that it's even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent. You sure bounced quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong. It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's, and two bodies fell in a pile. Sorry, I'm gonna still be here, guys. I'm just gonna turn the light in this room. So I could see in here a little bit easier in here. There we go. Which in this case, they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order. I know that Benedicta's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, I can present her with the evidence that proves the contradiction. Let's see here. Press on the third statement for this one.
Hold it!
What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time? I assume Mr. Faraday had two different weapons in his hand. He made an attack Mr. Rell while holding both the knife and the revolver, and then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rell grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That's how Mr. Rell wound up at the bottom of Mr. Faraday on top. At close range, it's more than possible. Yes, it is possible, but... well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you got. Oh, I will. And to the extent, I would like for you to hand what you just said into your testimony. I don't see any point to that, but as you please.
Objection!
So I believe they killed each other at close range. Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it is written in the timestamp notes. and the firing of the handgun.
Here's what I found.
I don't know why, like, Siri had to actually went on. As I'm talking, my phone decides to, like, here's what I found. Firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on Mr. Rail's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Rail and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Hmm? Yeah, this is by far the biggest contradiction. Two bodies are piled up on each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. And with there being no chance that Mr. Rail moved that far after being shot, it leaves only one possible explanation. What's a completely foolish line of foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool? If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who? The person that attacked first with the murderous intent? That would be neither one. Here in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim that attacked first. Thus, there can be only one explanation. If there was a third person here. With the third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. Set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. That third person is the real culprit. Miles Edgeworth, there's just one thing you're missing. Evidence, correct? Exactly everything you said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove that there was a third person involved in the crime? Of course. If the third person was truly here, the fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. The proof that this has all been a setup to look like they killed each other. I'll present it and lay bare the final piece of puzzle that's not yet in place. What is the piece of evidence that proves that there is a third person involved?
Take that!
The handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand and plastic bag and with the blood on it. These two items point to the presence of a third person. How so? Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground. Okay, I'm gonna continue in a second. Just need to do something real quick. And pause here. knife with a plastic background around it. They could use the bat to catch blood splatter from when they use the knife. Then by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one with them. And arranged the room to make it look like they'd been struggled beneath the tail. They were able to conceal the presents. It looks like we still got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes.
Objection!
What the heck is myself a deep foul? Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest. What? What's the meaning of this? Huh, looks like you're not man enough to discipline your own subordinates. Don't you dare. That detective claimed he was there standing in front of the door the entire time. But I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie. Monsieur, I ask that you please explain that last statement. I'll let His Honor explain it himself. I saw it with my own eyes, I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. What? See, Mr. Bad? So I asked you why would Detective Gumshoe, who was supposedly doing her job the whole time, want to fabricate such a lie? Gumshoe, did you kill Faraday? No. Of course not, sir. It would appear that no one who said this whole crime's seen up with that detective, which basically renders this testimony a complete lie and totally invalid. Looks like your perfect logic to try to tell me down, Miles. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Was that statement really a lie? Detective Gumshoe, you're now a suspect in the murder of two men. I haven't lied to anyone, sir. Honest. I was really there. I was in the hallway the whole time.
Hold it!
Detective Bad, I ask you to please do not act without my permission. After all, I'm the one who is heading up this investigation, am I not? Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly. Perfection is the only wish of the spy of Von Karma, after all. I'd like to set the record straight on something. what's that? I wish I could ask Detective Gumshoe about the further murders. I suppose one thing I'd like clarified is Detective Gumshoe's motive for committing this crime. Motive. Gumshoe got a grudge against Friday or anything? No, sir, not me, and not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir. Is that a fact?
Objection.
You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe? I'm telling you, I am not lying. The more unnatural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know. If you want a motive, Edward, I have one for you right here. Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned, I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy. Because I'm interested in the perfect explanation. You're serious, aren't you? Fine, you amuse me, I'll humor you. Okay, let's see. It was about a week ago. I saw a detective get chewed out by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct. He stood there super pale as Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, nitwit." A brand new detective suddenly gained his salary cut. That's reason enough for a grudge. Well, how's that for the perfect explanation? You totally misunderstood me, pal. No matter how mad I get, I can never hold a grudge. Quiet, sir. There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed, per se. But there's some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Misused perfect explanation. And may not be perfect at all. Okay, let's see.
Hold it!
You tell your explanation perfect. If not to your liking, unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards. Oh, is there something you want me to clarify in that case? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? I understand Detective Gumshoe's potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rell? His motive for killing Mr. Rell? Like, I would know. If there's no clear motive for both of the murders. I deny that this incident would have occurred, wouldn't you agree? Is there anyone else who might have had a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves? Oh, in that case, I have absolutely no idea. What? But that's impossible. She must know something. Can you please not glare at me like that? It makes me laugh. I didn't do anything, and you're already laughing anyways. Well, anyway, the way I see it, as long as he had a motive to kill one of the two, this crime would have played out the way it did anyways. Oh? Would you care to explain your logic? And this time, please try to provide truly perfect explanation. Perfect this, perfect that. Stop being so uptight, or that would curse at Tanya for being on karma. How's Edward? I demand you shut this rude woman up. I wish you'd both be quiet for just 1 second. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to explain to you kids. There's no one out there with a motive to kill both men. And you really have to establish that someone had a grudge against both. Or at least one of them. But the Rel, who had happened to be there, became a witness of Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity, and set up to look like they both killed each other. I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both men? Yeah, is there something else we're overlooking here? That's what I'm wondering.
Objection!
Monsieur, I believe there's someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, is it because you're rather not bringing this person up? What do you mean? We're looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. I can think of at least one person that fit the bill. He was a suspect in the original KG-8 incident, and a member of the embassy staff, many searching. That's right, the very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. The man who killed a member of the Champions Embassy staff, Mr. Rel, and the man who was the lead prosecutor of the KG-8 incident, Mr. Faraday. Are you telling me that he had no reason to kill both of these men? Oh, I suppose he might have a reason or two. You cover for me, pal. Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still suspect. Make no mistake about that. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony, these are the only things I wish to hold. But I didn't do it. You still stay under my authority and you'll investigate Mr. Manny Cutchin for me. Remember, I will not be very forgiving should any of this leak out. You want to investigate? You just be wasting your time. Why is that? Cutchin was up in the viewing gallery watching the trial, or what? So I was told. Every cop in this place was keeping an eye on the guy as he arrived. The only sole suspect we had was still Detective Gumshoe. I suppose so. No way. Come on, Detective Bad, you gotta believe me, sir. I really was in that hallway the whole time, sir. I never took a single step into the room, sir. Okay, then are you saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway? No, there was no one else, sir. Then why should I believe you didn't do it? That one is a tragically and foolish detective. Standing right in front of a crime scene all by himself. It's as good as a confession of guilt. I have to admit, it's a bit strange. Most criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. And if the detective really wanted to prove that he is innocent, you'd think he would have at least offer up a spaced out while on duty or the like. Come on, gumshoe, time for your interrogation. Detective Bad. Maz Edgeworth, I will go on ahead and report this to Papa. And that, as they say, is right. Right, everyone? Well, I suppose we both could admit our real job now, huh? For Redeemer's you, is there something I'd like to speak to you about? What is it? Okay. So, what do you want to ask me about? The current case of a murdered embassy staff member. I've heard that people have begun telling it the second KGA incident. Mon, you're lost for the types. And what about it? I would like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KGA incident. I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond that was reported in the papers. Now I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the KGA incident. I'd appreciate it if you stopped the false accusation. Baseless outbursts are useless on both inside and out the courtroom, don't you know? I do, but I also do have a leg to stand on here. Think you'd stop making that ultra serious face in front of me? If you could please stop laughing just for 1 second. I'm not gonna make any headway like this. I'm just gonna have to show her exactly how related to the KGA incident she is. It's you. I believe that I proof of your connection to the KGA incident. That follows your proof. Very well then. Why don't you tell me how exactly I'm related to the KGA incident? You're the victim? Your connection to the KGA incident is through the victim. CCU. Can you really tell me with a straight face that you are not related to this case? Sorry, but we're not related. Just kidding. You asked that question with such a serious look on your face. I couldn't help but miss you. I ask you, please tell me the truth. Alright. Gonna have to see about Manny. Why did he went to meet you with you earlier? Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently, he only found out I was a defense lawyer in the case after he arrived. He figured he could say hi and one other thing. Looks like you can't resolve anything this time either. Too bad. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, what's it supposed to mean? Oh boy, stop. Let's stare your face already. I'm fine, really. I gave him the good slap across the face. The way she talks about slapping him across as she laughs it away is kind of creepy. But it's just as Mr. Bad said. He's not related to the double murder. I asked around and people in the gallery claimed that he was in the seat the entire time. Talk about cruel fate. Okay, let's see. Yes. With my sister Cece. As I thought. And she was killed right before she was to testify in the pending trial. By Manny. But because he was tried once and was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his life, cushy life. Completely carefree. All because of lack of evidence. No, I heard that the evidence had convicted did exist. What? I heard it from Mr. Faraday himself after Mr. Trudson's trial was over. Apparently a man in black gave off the most pertinent piece of evidence. Then evidence had been tampered with? Isn't it just a criminal thing to do like that? The smuggling ring being run out of the Mano group by one of his secretaries. They bailed Mr. Trudson out. Turns out they were in league with each other all along. How big was that smuggling ring? Was that a large operation? I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to become the lead of the defense on this case, and people are calling this second KG8 incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much, I know. You mean this case had nothing to do with the smuggling ring? I don't know what to think. Well, this is all I know. Sorry. I guess I just wasn't much help, huh? That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life. You really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We didn't want you to die of stress, well, would he? Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry. I reckon my very own way, and I'll watch the criminal in my own way, as you could tell. Look at you with your game face bound, ready to go. I'm making some such face. Did you know laughter is the best medicine, Ezra? Are you tired of making such a serious face all the time? I'm charged with making sure that all the criminals in this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. There you go, making that face again. Oh well. I've got to get going and still have a few loose ends I need to tie up. the KGA internet and this murder investigation. In my belief that these two cases are related to each other somehow. So I think that detective's gumshoe. Obviously he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly this case is far from over, but whether or not the detective is the murderer can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name, or my name isn't Miles Edgeworth. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here for now. With this, I know it's kinda early to get off, but at least I managed to get on stream. I'll be on tomorrow, and I'll be on longer, so you guys will be able to see me for 3 hours or longer. So, if you're seeing this later, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see everybody later. Bye, guys.